Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love Island USA Season 7 postseason, the gift that keeps on giving, the drama, the carnage. It's a dumpster fire, everybody fighting. Well, y'all want to pick and choose who's fighting, by the way. While y'all are trying to separate Shelly and Alandria's friendship, y'all are saying nothing about Iris and Amaya Papaya supporting Huda down in Miami, you guys. Nothing! It is crickets! Y'all been dragging Huda up and down. Y'all were dragging Amaya just the other day, saying her and Huda are two peas in the pod and everything else. And crickets? Y'all were just bigging up Iris the other day because she was giving compliments to Shelly and Alandria on her live. But crickets with Huda. You know, the same Huda whose fans superimposed the George Floyd photo. Oh, we got the receipts. Don't worry. We got the receipts. We'll post it in another video for sure. Because somebody else had to come out and debunk the lies that was out there. But I say all this to say, because, you know, 2 out of the 4 couples have been moving crazy on social media these past 48 hours. And we need to talk about it. We need to talk about Pepe, who has TMZ on speed dial and is allegedly practicing moves in advance before TMZ gets there or rehearsing his lines. No. And talking about, I'm a good guy, don't believe everything that you read on the internet, this and that. Things didn't work out with Iris. There's a lot of pressure on the internet, da-da-da-da-da-da. And here comes clout chasing Marco. Because Love Island USA Season 5, nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about. It is the forgotten season and everything else, you guys. So, Marco first was clout chasing with Bryan, you know, the former Mr. Papaya in Miami buying a Rolex, where he was buying a Rolex when he allegedly was supposed to be donating his winnings to charity. That should have told you everything you needed to know right then and there, what type of time Bryan was on. But none of the less, you guys. We have Pepe twice in 24 hours has TMZ all up in his business. And then on the second TMZ video, we have Marco trying to be his Olivia Pope, you guys. Trying to be his fixer. Trying to be his publicist and PR person. No. Talking about Pepe's a good guy, you know, ignore the haters, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, aren't you the one that allegedly was saying the N-word? What are we doing? And that's why I keep telling y'all with this cast. I keep telling y'all I'm Team Alandria and Team Shelly, and that's it. Everybody else on probation. Everybody else is on probation. Everybody else, y'all got to give time to see how things are going to unfold. But y'all are too busy fighting each other not to see the bigger picture. Make it make sense. So with Pepe, you know, deciding now that he has a mouth to speak to the people and said that he was going to be playing in a celebrity tournament and everything else with Justin Bieber the other day, you know, now Iris has to come out, you know, because she has to come out and confirm that there is a breakup against what she wanted to do. She just was hoping that the unfollowing sent the message. But now that, you know, Pepe is feeling himself and he has called TMZ to try to look like the good guy in the situation. No. And then we have the woman who allegedly hooked up with Pepe, you know, the one who allegedly Snapchatted that she allegedly had SCX with Pepe in a hotel lobby during that golf event weekend, you guys, now has retained a lawyer. Is she going to be suing people? Is she sending out cease and desist? I just need to know. But nonetheless, Iris made a statement and said, I hope to keep this private, but I'm so grateful for all of the love and support received since leaving the villa, and I wanted to share an update. The connection that I formed has ended, and while it isn't how I would have imagined, I will always value the unique experience that we shared. It's been a difficult transition, but I'm moving forward with hope, gratitude, and positivity for the future. Thank you for continuing to stand by me. Your support means more than I could ever imagine, right? And so that happens, right? So then what happens today? It is a hot mess because your winners, who you voted for. Remember you said you would vote with Amaya next to a tree, Amaya next to a furniture, and you didn't really care about the connection about Bryan, but because you got scammed a little bit post-season with a very little couple content, with the little things that they were filming right before the reunion, which should have been a suspect thing to you, but it wasn't, or any type of the press run that the Islanders do that should be suspect to you because it's to promote the show, not promoting the actual relationships, but that's another story for another day. Bryan has come out and he decided, you know what? I am going to go nuclear today, right? And he's going to like this messy comment, right? That says, you can't blame someone for going their own way. We all deserve success and happiness, even if it was just for the show. Most of them do the same thing. It's for the exposure, for the money, and most of the people commenting would too. Laughing emoji for less. So y'all need to chill and let people live their life. XO. And so then the former Mr. Papaya, Bryan, decided to follow this lady. And so she's geeked. And a lot of people are mad. I think he only lost like 10,000 followers. I think Pepe may have lost like 100,000 followers. But I'm trying to understand what you're mad about. I told you guys what this was. Y'all didn't want to hear it. Y'all did not want to hear it. I voted for Nick and Alandria in the finals. I showed y'all my vote. And I told y'all the reasons why I was not voting for Amaya. But y'all wanted to overlook it. Y'all got caught up in the show. Y'all got caught up in the edit. And I was like, this is not going to end the way that y'all think it's going to end. It's going to end badly. And remember on the Airbnbs. Remember when it was Bryan and Amaya taking turns. Third wheeling Nico Landria. Remember it was Bryan and Nicolas walking around the LA streets. Just going live streaming, talking to fans, interacting with fans. Remember all of the cheating rumors back then when it was Bryan and Chris at the club. And remember people allegedly were saying they were bringing girls back to the Airbnb. And remember allegedly there was rumors that Bryan might have hooked up with somebody. Remember all that stuff, and then it got scrubbed. It got scrubbed because who won the show? It didn't get scrubbed because it wasn't true. It got scrubbed because who won the show? And you have to push a certain narrative even if you're barely seen together outside of press. Outside of brand deals. I'm trying to figure out what is not clocking for you guys. What isn't clicking? So not only do we have that, we have Bryan's mama getting involved on the internet, y'all. And she posts, she likes to post the messy post that basically people are on their show for fugazi reasons, and says that's 100% right with the 100 emoji, and then says a messy comment, he won that 100K, and because he's a man, he split it. No. Amaya won the show. Your son just happened to be the one that got the 100K envelope. Make it make sense. I need some of these female Islanders, in future seasons, hopefully, to just take the money. Just take the money. Save us the BS with these so-called relationships that are not relationships. If you're not boyfriend and girlfriend, if you're not exclusive, I don't care about y'all saying y'all love each other. No. What are we doing? You can't make a commitment. You can't call somebody your girlfriend at this point, and y'all spend a couple months together and everything else. No. Miss me with the foolishness. I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear it when anybody else announces a breakup announcement. I don't want to hear it. because I know how this show goes, and the show does not have a good track record about couples staying together, with the exception of the 2 couples from season 5 who have passed 2 years, and now, Serena and Cordell that passed a year, and Leah and Miguel that have passed a year. But nonetheless, the couples that just came out of the villa now, y'all got work to do. Y'all got work to do, and some of y'all are being way too parasocial and need to step away from the internet and step away from your mobile devices. So Amaya Papaya has gotten wind of all of this, of Bryan being fugazi out here on the internet and confirming it was all a lie, it was all a scam. I lied to y'all. Wasn't this supposed to be Nicolas's roommate? Aren't they supposed to be roommates? Doesn't Bryan allegedly owe Nicolas money? Wasn't it supposed to be the trifecta of Chris, Bryan, and Nicolas? Remember those lives at the beginning? Noticing. Anyways, Bryan left a comment that said, and none of those girls are my ex. They were coworkers from nightlife, and we were all out together. So nonetheless, Bryan is trying to, do, I guess he thinks it's damage control, but nobody cares. Nobody cares or whatever else. But Amaya is not happy because it said she left a comment saying, must be nice to, be a man, take time to comment, LOL, but can't even apologize to me. Ew. I just think, Amaya, unfortunately, these men didn't like you. These men did not like you. And especially when it came to Zach K. Listen, y'all may not like Zach K, but at least he was open about scamming. At least he was open about the scam. Bryan, that's why Bryan was in his feelings, because Zach with the K clocked him, and Bryan was still trying to put on for the cameras for the reunion special. But he knew that he was clocked. He knew because he's the same scammer. He's the same scammer Bryan is. Bryan told Chris to fake it with Hoda when Chris was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. We're having too many issues. We're arguing this and that. And Bryan was like, no, fake it till you make it. Just pretend for a little bit longer. No. Oh, like how you're about to pretend and get this $50K? Oh, no. You need to give that to Amaya. You need to sell the Rolex and give the money to Amaya. But I told y'all this was going to happen. This is what happens when you guys do not vote for love. When you guys do not vote for love, this is the disaster that happens. This is the disaster that happens. So you can't be shocked that Bryan and Pepe are showing their behinds right now. But I'm going to need y'all to point your attention to some of these other men and how they're moving. And we're going to talk about it in another video because this video is getting too long. But there's a lot of things that y'all are choosing to willfully ignore just to protect and defend certain people. But then you send out lashings, you send out hate, backlash, and unalive threats to the other islanders. But your hypocrisy is showing. #noticing. #noticing, you guys. But that is that. There is that. And that is it. And that is all. And that is finito. That is final for this video. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.